Friday the 18th was a popcorn popping day for Tesla. Tesla comes out and crawls and drops and then continues to drop. And then right at the end, it rises like a SpaceX rocket headed to the moon and closes at an astounding $695 a share, finishing within $5 of the price target that I gave in this video right here when I said Tesla was going to close today at $700 a share. But now that Friday is in the bag, the question remains, what's going to happen on Monday? Is Tesla going to reach $800 a share, which would make Cathie Wood's 2018 $4,000 a share prediction come true? Or is my second prediction going to come true as well? Is it possible that Tesla could actually spike all the way up to $1,000 a share on the S&P inclusion day? And there's another possibility that us Tesla bulls do not like to talk about very much. Tesla has grown more than 70% since the day it announced S&P 500 inclusion. Is it possible that most of this move is already priced into the stock and that the combination of profit takers, panic sellers, and short sellers are going to drive Tesla stock down to the $400 range, back to what it was before it announced that this event was going to take place? Whatever's going to happen, I guarantee there's going to be more popcorn involved at my house.
You can spend your money and keep it too.
Thank you to everybody for all your well-wishing. The surgery is over. I'm here. I'm sort of on my feet, though this video will probably be shorter than usual. I really felt the need to get something out to you guys today, so let's get started. Please subscribe to my channel, ring that bell so you don't miss any content, and hit that like button. That's the worst like button hit I ever did.
The whole index needs to be rebalanced to make room for a stock that just won't quit, including today, where Tesla closed up $39. For a while now, Wall Street's been fixated on the gyrations of high-flying super stocks, and it doesn't get more high-flying than Tesla. Darn thing's already up 70% since we learned it was going to join the S&P. But to make room for Tesla in the S&P, the S&P index funds, well, the other components had to be sold today. Usually new entrants to the S&P are so small, but Tesla is one of the 10 largest companies in America by market cap, so the impact reverberated throughout the whole market.
Which is exactly what happened. Here is the S&P 500 chart for Friday, September 18th. And this chart alone tells you what you need to know about what's going on. You can see it happening. Fund managers are selling some of everything to make room and generate the cash they're going to need to buy Tesla on the 21st. And as the trading progressed throughout the day, I could feel these fund managers starting to sweat. And I'm thinking, who's going to start buying Tesla first? And then sure enough, right at the end of the day, you can see the S&P 500 starts to rocket back up as fund managers finally start to buy Tesla, as every one of them wants to own Tesla at the closing price for the day. I'm so impressed the market didn't crash. Let's look at the day's chart for Tesla. So when Tesla opened on this fine Friday, Tesla opened down and it started to go down further. And immediately the panic sellers started to do what they do, which is to panic and sell because, oh my goodness, it's not going up and to the right. What's wrong? It's supposed to only go up and to the right. So we have to sell, which causes short sellers to say, hey, we have to short the stock now because it's going to zero. And all the people out there waiting to buy Tesla are just doing that. You're just kind of waiting at this point because they're busy. They're busy selling. They have to generate $100 billion. That's got to come from somewhere. They're too busy right now to buy anything. The uniquely strange thing about today is everybody all has the same goal. They all want to own Tesla and they want to own it at the closing price for the day, whatever that is. So that means the last 15 minutes, everybody's going to try to buy all the shares they need and just get it out of the way. And that is exactly what happened as Tesla climbed like a SpaceX rocket to close up $39 a share for the day. The pre-split price for this move would have been $195.
We keep coming back to Tesla because it's captivated a whole generation of investors who don't mind paying up for a $650 billion technology company that happens to make cars. I think the evolution of Tesla, the stock, not the company, has changed the character of the entire stock market. I think it's the most important story in years. Sure, we've seen this trajectory before under the leadership of Jeff Bezos. Amazon's taken over the world. Netflix became a national pastime, right? And we celebrate what CEO Reed Hastings has done. We believe him all the way. But Tesla takes that same story and cranks it up to an 11 with a legion of adoring fans. They worship Elon Musk. In a way, Tesla's a bit of a lottery ticket that paid out for a huge number of people. You just had to believe. The rally's been so visible that it's spawned a new generation of investors who want individual stocks, not index funds, because index funds can't give you such returns.
It's also bringing along hundreds of thousands of new investors into the mainstream. And these investors are here to stay. And they do not buy into the old ways of investing, ETFs and such, in large part because of how horribly the CNBCs of the world has treated Tesla. I'm sure this is going to be surprising for many to hear, but it really doesn't take much research at all to reveal how much the mainstream media has been getting away with. It is my belief that these young investors, the YouTubers and the Robinhoods and such, are going to change the face of investment media over this next decade.
Personally, I'm a big believer in the car, the stock, and the man behind it. You don't have to like Elon Musk. I mean, the guy called me a simulation, but you should respect his ability to make money for you. I bet Tesla has more upside as Musk keeps meeting and beating his targets. I'm thrilled the stock has made so many people so much money. And I'm ecstatic that it's helped a generation, whole new generation, fall in love with stock picking like I did in 1979. Now, once the index funds finish selling everything else to make room for the $650 billion behemoth, I'm betting the Santa Claus rally resumes.
Again, I agree with Cramer. I believe that once this S&P 500 inclusion event has run its course, Santa Claus is going to be back in town for Tesla. Whatever happens, it's just going to continue its upward drive into the new year.
Incredible. Can you believe this company?
Yes, I can. You know, I'm a huge believer in American innovation, American technology.
It's not said often enough, but Tesla is an American success story. Elon Musk came to this country because he knew that it was the best place to start a company that was going to change the world.
I love the idea. You know, the genius of Elon was he was building the infrastructure as he was building the vehicle. Even today, a lot of the major manufacturers build an electric car, but where do you charge it? Yeah. Oh, you charge it at home. Yeah, but what if you're on the road? Where do you find the charger? Elon was smart. When he started, he knew this idea would work, so he built charging stations so you could go to Vegas initially, you could go to San Francisco, and then he branched out to, well, you could drive across the whole country now in a Tesla without using any fuel at all.
And Tesla continues to be forward-thinking. They're the only company that has a roadmap with a real plan in place to be able to build the batteries and the electric motors for the world. And again, it only takes a small amount of real research to actually figure out that this is true. This new generation of investors believes in what Tesla says far more because they don't advertise.
You've been following this for a long time. There's competition in this lane now. Can this company sustain this growth? Can it take over this part of the industry?
Again, it's that, you know, it was funny. I remember people saying, well, Tesla's doing fine, but once the other people get involved, they're going to fall behind. Well, you know, I've seen the electric cars from Europe, and they fall short. They don't have the range of the Tesla. They don't. I mean, because Tesla leads the field. We seem to have this inferiority complex that somehow things in Europe are better than things built here. I mean, General Motors builds a Corvette that rivals Lamborghini and Ferrari for $60,000. Yeah. I mean, the equivalent in European money for that sort of horsepower and handling would be at least $250,000. So, no, I have great belief in the American entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, the fact that Elon can send a rocket into space and land it back on Earth for, what, a tenth of the price of what the U.S. government. Well, that's what private industry is supposed to do. Cheaper, faster, more efficient. That's how it got to be the American industry. We're able to do it better than the government could do it. And I think he's proving that.
Mainstream is always talking about the competition is coming, but Tesla is so far ahead, it's embarrassing to even talk about it. Don't get me wrong. There are real companies that are going to make real EVs that will compete with Tesla, but they are all going to be competing for the number 2 spot. Tesla has already won the decade. The 2020s are owned by Tesla. Everybody else is just going to have to pay rent.
It doesn't always have to be one thing or the other. That's the great thing about America. You have choice. You know, I bought a Tesla not because it was environmentally friendly, although it's a good reason, but because it was the fastest accelerating four-door car you could buy. I like fast cars, and this happened. It had the range, it had the speed. I bought it in 2015. I have done nothing to it. It's never been to a dealer for a repair. I just drive it.
It's true. Teslas are the most efficient, the best performing, and the safest vehicles on the road. So whether or not Tesla is up or down at the end of the day, try to remember how Tesla got here. It wasn't by having an amazing price target. It was the story, how they completely disrupt every industry they enter into. Tesla is an amazing story, and quite frankly, I am going to be very happy to get back to talking about the fundamentals of the company. The future of Tesla's stock price is not going to be driven by an investment event like this one. It's going to be driven by the vehicles being built in these factories that are sprouting up all over the world. It's going to be driven by the Cybertruck and the $25,000 Tesla and the Cybervan, Cybercar, who knows what. But whatever comes next is what matters. So what am I going to do? Well, so far I haven't done any trading. I'm a long-term investor and I'm pretty much fully invested. I started investing in Tesla in 2013, and since I'm kind of on the older side, I would prefer to have a few less shares of Tesla and quite a bit more funds that own a lot of shares of Tesla. I like Ron Barron's fund, BTRX, and any number of the funds that Kathy Wood runs. I've already said on this channel that I think that Tesla is going to spike from anywhere between $700 and $1,000 a share. And if it doesn't hit 1,000, I might just do nothing. But if it does hit 1,000, I might sell 20 or 30 shares and use that money to buy back funds that contain lots of Tesla stock, just to diversify myself a little bit. If you're a new investor and you haven't bought any shares of Tesla yet, please try to get in on this stock, but don't try to get in all at once. Buy in stages in a strategy called value cost averaging. You'll thank me in the future. And if you are already a Tesla shareholder and you see the price of Tesla stock fall way below what you paid for it, please don't panic. Or to quote Jim Cramer, panic is not a strategy. Tesla stock will come back up for you if you give it time. And if Tesla stock goes down, I don't expect it to stay down, because now that Tesla's in the S&P 500, there are lots of managers out there that are looking to lower the cost of their bases, which means that if the stock shoots down, their super fast computers are going to snap those shares up. Enough about me. What are you going to do? What do you think? Are you going to buy or sell during this event? Do you have a Tesla? Do you have one on order? Or are you like me and don't own a Tesla, but own the stock anyway? I respond to all comments, so please leave anything you want down there and I will definitely get back to you. If you like my content and would like to support my channel, all you have to do is to subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss any content, and make sure that you smash that like button. And remember, you do not have to make a lot of money at your job to become rich, because when your money is making money, you can spend your money and keep it too.
Don't buy or sell a stock just because a YouTuber like JC says so. He's got opinions. These decisions are important. It's your money. These decisions should be made by you. And whatever you do, make sure that you monster smash that like button. Rawr, rawr.